Hello. Excuse me. Wow. Hello and welcome back to Riven, the sequel to Myst. Hopefully coming to the dramatic conclusion of the game today. And, oh, don't tell me we're already getting network issues. Man, maybe this is on my end. Anyway, I just recently, today, put up an edited version of last episode where, even though the internet had some issues throughout, I think we're pretty stable here, actually. Even though the internet had issues throughout, I still recorded all of the footage of what I had done, so I was able to just splice it all back together and put that up in place of the live stream. So if you wanted to see me read the entire book, I got cut off like 20 minutes into reading this whole journal. If you'd like to hear the entire thing, go watch the end of that episode, episode number 3. If you don't care about what's in the journal, basically it just details Catherine's plan to get to a new age called Tay, which is where the Rivenese are basically evacuating to. And in the midst of her plan, she gets captured by Gehn. So, or rather, the book just kind of ends. So actually now I'm... oh, there we go. I was going to say, I'm actually kind of stuck in this cell, but apparently... Can I talk to you? I don't think I can. That is a very cool weapon you have there. Looks like it would be good for cutting pizzas that are somewhat far away from you. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. So what I've got, just to be clear, is I've got her journal, and then I've got this book, which appears to link back to Dunny, but is actually a trap book. And that's the book that we need to capture again. So, I'm just going to real quick get up my lens thing here and see if they don't seem to do anything cool around here with it. Okay. Let's get out of here. I've turned up the game sounds a little bit. After going back and looking at the recording, I realized that the little bit of dialogue that we have in the game when I was talking to Gehn was kind of low, so I cranked that up a little bit in the edit. And hopefully, right now the background sounds are very faint either way, so hopefully it's not too loud or too quiet. Just say in the chat if you can't hear it and I'll turn it up. Or if it's ear-piercingly loud. Just checking everything. My Skyrim looting instincts keep kicking in, and I keep wanting to be like, ooh, I'll take those. I don't know what they're for, but I'll take them. In Myst, you never run into other people that you can physically interact with. Like, the only times you talk to other people are at the very end when you talk to Atris after you've won the game, and then to the sons through the windows in the books. So being able to stand here with people who just kind of stare at you is a little awkward, but apparently that's not where I'm going. I'm going down the stairs. So we're inside that really big tree thing. So does everybody here just wear the same outfit? I guess so. Or maybe these are just like the guards. It's interesting that some of them have gates. Like, do they have security issues here? This looks like an elevator. I'm apparently have nowhere else to go. So we're going to get into the elevator. And down we go. Wow. So this just must be where they store the daggers, huh? Of course, everybody's got they always have to put the dramatic lens in. What's feeding into that? Hang on. Oh, just the sky, huh? Okay. Must get... Assuming it rains here because there's water. must get wet all the time. Okay, so this should hopefully take me back to... Yeah, this will take me back to Riven. So let's go. So there's a couple of things. I can't move. There we go. Can I reset this? There we go. I suspect I don't need to go back there. So... Ah, there it is. Yeah, all the water kind of... It's a weird effect, but all the water flows back over there from the other side. Cool. Okay. So... There we go. Turn that on. I can walk a little bit faster. Let's see. Now, what do we want to do? This was the secret way out, right? Let's see, that'll take us out at the prison. Yeah, let's go back out this way. This will be better. Oh, if I could just... Oh. Hang on. Squeeze on through. There we go. Oh, this was flashing. Can I? Oh, I wonder if this was a... This is a way to get back in there. I have no idea what the... Oh, wait a minute. Did it have a... Hang on a second. Notebook. One of these, I'm trying to remember from last time. I thought, yeah, there we go. It is possible to reopen that door by doing that. So I wasn't crazy. Okay, I don't know how to turn those off though. What island are we on? We're on the jungle island still. Let's see. I want to check something. I want to go back to the village because there was something that we did that we never followed up on. I think I just need to go through this the other way. Maybe. I don't remember what's down here, but I think this is the way I want to go. Yeah, okay. So now we're down at the village. Right over here at the beginning. Okay, it's open again. But we had... Oh. That's not on anymore, is it? Where did we... Oh, it's way over there. We would have to go back up through there. Is there a way to call that? Okay, so anyway. The thing that I wanted to check on was what that steam did. And I had a feeling it had something because it was coming out down at the bottom. So anyway, I'm just going to try and get back up there. Let's see what it does. I don't know that we actually need the submarine at all. Alright, it's over there. Okay. So we're going to close that. And go back down. Well, a little bit I'm running because last time we left it open, or closed, and it seems to have reopened. So I'm not sure if there's like a time limit for it. Come on. And if that time limit is short or long or what. But we certainly do have a slow ladder climb to go on here. All right, around this way. Because as you know, steam is hot. And can I go? No, I think we would need. Okay, so it is doing something there. There might be a door down there. I remember when we first got here, I flipped a switch down there. I wonder if we went back to where the submarine came from, if we could recall it. I don't really want to go all the way up and through. Though I guess we could. I'd really like to know what's going on there. Because there is still one little piece of the puzzle that we don't have, which is Gehn's. Okay, all of these have turned off. So, which side? It's on. The door is here. Okay. So, let's just, this will be higher quality image than looking at it through the screenshot. There we go. Okay, so it's the first one over there, and then the first and last one's behind me. Did it say there? Let's just try it, see what happens. This one, and this one. There we go. Let me in. Let me in. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Out. This way. Ugh. I don't know. Getting stuck on something. Oh, I think there was a loading screen there. Loading door. That's what that was. Okay, now we're back up here. Now we can stand on this and go down. Oh, and the steam is still going, so I guess that stays on for a really long time. Maybe it only closed because I reloaded. So, who knows? Alright, we need to go to the... oh yeah, look, they all turned off too. So we need to go back to this one. Here we go. That was fast. There we go. Couldn't figure out which side the ladder was on. Alright, so... There's a ladder here. And... So, oh no. Do I have to move it? Oh, you know what? I wonder how long these things stay on. Because they did, after I was here, it did stay on for a little while. So, I should be able to... move to the next one. Get out. And run back over here before the thing turns off. The heater. So let's go to this one. I think last time I was here, these ones that were active stayed, like that one is still on. These stayed on for quite some time, so. I love these little upside down fish, or they like downward pointed fish. Can I get up? I can't get up while we're driving, can I? Oh, yeah, I can. Alright, let's see if we can get... Oh, I am here. I need to actually be at the... Oh no, I can get over from here. This is good. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so down into the water, and hopefully it doesn't collapse on me, which I don't think is really a thing in this game. Like, there's not really danger, so I just don't step on that because it looks like it would hurt. What am I? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's right. We flipped this once. I wonder if that just, like... Ooh, turns them all on or something. So this looks... Okay, there's a door here. Oh, boy. I really hope that doesn't close. Did it just close? What was that noise? It closed. Oh. Okay, weird. Oh, look at that. So, okay. Well, I guess for the sake of completeness here, we'll document this one. So I guess it was possible to know all of them. So this is number 5. And then what's our... There it is. Look at that. There it is. Okay. So I did correctly guess what it was. It wasn't you weren't supposed to guess, but I did correctly guess what it was. So there we go. How on earth did they paint this? I guess we're not on Earth, are we? Okay, so that didn't actually tell me anything I didn't already know. So, I guess there's not much left to do. We have to go back and we have to capture Gehn. The fastest way there is going to be... The book is on the dome. So we got to go back to the start of this island, and there should be a tram back to the dome. And then, I don't remember where I read it, but I believe there's a... Catherine or somebody thought that the key to her cell would be on the... in his world, in his office on 233. That's what these moths are, right? These are the things that, in the picture. If that picture wasn't a moth, then I guessed very, very well, I would say. That's the tram we need right there, I think. I'm starting to get the hang of the layout of these islands. So, let's call it over. We should see it go flying out of there in a minute. There it goes. I'll take a drink of water while I wait. If you're enjoying the video, please consider throwing a like on it. Here we go. Sorry. Here we go. Alright, we are on the correct island, right? Yeah, we are. I'm disappointed. There was definitely a part in the original game where after you've played for a while, you come into this room and Gehn's face like he's in the middle of giving a speech. And that doesn't seem to have been recreated here at all. Alright, we need to go to... Hopefully these doors are still open. Yep. Hopefully this book is still charged up. Looks like it. Alright. Let me double check. Anything else we need here? We got the book. The clues for Catherine seem to be in her... in the word. Okay, yeah, let's just go. Here we go. All right, and hopefully he knows. Oh, geez.
Well done. I was greatly relieved when I received word that you had recovered the book.
I'm not moving the camera this time,
managed it, but
which is interesting.
if I may.
Oh, because they need me to be facing him when he does this.
Thank you.
Oh, I can kind of move around on rails a little bit here. Now remember, this book is designed to look exactly like a real linking book, even though it's a trap. He's got the power balls over there on the left. The sun is pretty bright. As long as he's looking, I'm going to comment on the mouse cursor, which looks like an old Windows mouse cursor, because this is a game from 1997.
Perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
Well, yeah, because... No, wait. I would have done it.
You may need some time to decide.
Why am I... Oh my god, why am I
That is
here?
reasonable.
What just happened? Am I supposed to be out of the cage?
There is nothing I want more than a chance to resolve matters between Beatrice and myself.
I think the game just glitched out.
Especially in light of what has become of Catherine. But unless you are willing to demonstrate to me that your
yeah, I think I just glitched out somehow.
I cannot risk it. The sanctuary
Just
I've been writing for
hide
the
behind
Islanders
him
is nearly complete. After all these years, it would be a shame if I were unable to finish it.
Okay, well, hopefully this isn't a problem. Can I follow him outside?
What I'm doing is quite demanding. Please don't signal me unless you've decided to use the book.
Here we go. I'll go with him. Oh no. Oh, I was trapped in the door. Darn. I'm not supposed to be out here, and he just disappeared. He teleported away. Because I'm not supposed to be able to look over there. Well, this is interesting. Interesting turn of events. I could go exploring. Okay, so how would I have signaled him if I was still in the cage. Would I have to link back? Oh, can I even link back from here? I don't know that I could actually... I might have to reload. I don't know that I can... Because I don't think he was supposed to let me out. Let's see. What if I load from... Let's see. Here's me being on the outside. I'm already out of the cage here. Manual save on July 4th. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Well, let's reload here and just see if it puts me back. There's a possibility that I've glitched the game. Oh, hi. Maybe he'll put the book up again and I could jump into... Oh. I am back in the cage.
I'm relieved you've returned. I thought perhaps you had decided against it.
Oh, okay. Now I'm back in the cage and I can move around. Okay, weird. So it's as if I had left and then came back.
Here. I shall follow you directly.
Good. So we're going to do this because... Oh, please, let me do it. There we go. Because the trap books in Myst, whenever someone goes in, whoever's in there comes back out. So as long as he thinks it's legit. It's totally legit, Gehn. You can come in. It's very nice in here. Come on. No, come on, do it. This is it. This is your one chance. We did it. Is he in... That's not the right book. Get out of here. Do we see him in there? I wonder if he even realizes it's a trap. Okay, well now... Interesting. Oh. Like a saxophone? I like the music. So... if we recall, Catherine's... Oh, I can't go outside. Ooh. Catherine's cage is a... It's got some sort of a lock on it that is sound-based. I don't think you could go outside of his office in the original game. I don't remember. Oh, fascinating. Oh, this must have been from the members of his people who died here. Oh, that's funny. He's cooking one of the things. His people who died here probably made a makeshift thing. I doubt that they would have done any of this stuff, but... So, can I do anything with this, or is this just depressing lore? So all of the Rivenese who followed him... Oh, more. All of the Rivenese who followed him, if they had died here, would have made grave markers. Can I touch this? Oh, a burned book. I am afraid to touch this. I should probably do a save first before I go touching burned books. Is this like a throne? Maybe. There's a safe down here. Can I... Can't get into it. Doesn't look like... Oh, it's not safe. That's probably just... burn... Actually, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, nothing over here. Okay. Okay. Let's head back up. This might have just been like lore building so that you have a sense of what he's doing on this island. So he attempted to make another book. Didn't work, so he burned it. Can't go around that way. Can't go around that way. Alright, let's see. He didn't have many options to go. I wonder if he ever swam to those other cool-looking islands. You can kind of tell that probably the water level was higher at some point. But whatever. Alright, so we've got this book, which doesn't work. We've got a beetle, which we can't do anything with. Oops. Sorry, I was trying to turn off run mode for... There we go. Got a drink. Can't do anything with that. So we've got the thing that plays saxophone music. I'm going to close that so the animals don't come in. We've got this thing. Oh, that lowered the cage. Okay. Oh, that's good, because now I can get my hand into the book. Because I couldn't do that from the outside. Can I turn that? That looks like it gives... That goes up to there. Oh, that unpowered the book, maybe. Do I need to... I should probably power it back up. Okay. Probably gonna need that. Alright, so that lowered the cage. That plays saxophone music. Let's see what's down in the basement. Oh. That's probably 2 Gehn. May something of love. I can't read most of that. Something about my salvation, my heart and my salvation. I don't know. This might be his parents, which would be Anna, Atris's grandmother, if that's who that is. I don't know the name of that person. Oh boy. Another journal. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let's look around more, and then I'll read a journal. Oh boy. That's probably the key. And how am I going to write that down? That's like hang on. Tick tick ding. Alright, so it's like tick, ding, tick, tick, then like a ratchet noise. What do I have to get? Am I gonna have to get the timing right? I'm going to listen to that one more time. All right. Hopefully it's not a... Can I sleep in his lovely bed? I haven't slept in a while. Yeah, we're just going to leave the lights on in his world here. Oh, a holographic projector. Let's see what we got. This is... This might have been Atris's mother. I don't remember Gehn's backstory all the way. I'm going to have to read his novel at great length in a moment here. Anything else we need? So we probably got the... Can't do anything with this lovely... Oh, I wonder if that's the saxophone music that was playing up above. Alright, this can't be too long. It's a tiny book, but... Some date, I start this latest journal with astounding news. Just in case you're watching this later, I do mark in the chapters when I start and stop reading in case you want to skip past all this stuff, but if you're watching it live, too bad, you got to listen to it. I start this latest journal with astounding news. Catherine has returned to the Fifth Age, and though it sets my teeth on edge to say it, she has also vanished as quickly as she appeared, stolen from me by the rebels. As my guard tells it, she linked into the Fissure Plateau cage, just as I'd surmised, when suddenly he was set upon by a band of rebels who darted him and spirited her away. I suspect the truth of the matter was that he was so dumbfounded at actually witnessing someone link in after all this time that he presented an easy target for whichever rebel happened to be nearby. The damnable luck of it. He did get a good enough look at her, though, to verify that it was indeed Catherine. He also claims that he inspected all of her belongings and found no linking book on her person, a fact that I find hard to believe, but if true, makes the question of why she's returned all the more pummeling. Is that what this is? Puzzling? Could be puzzling. While I am sick with frustration at having lost the only quarry that Cage has ever caught, I am also filled with hope, as she may yet provide me with a way back to Dunny. It's true that I have managed, despite overwhelming odds, to break free of the confines of the Fifth Age and resume my mission to save my culture from extinction, but I fear that unless I am able to regain access to the vast resources that lie in the city's ruins, the task of resurrecting that great civilization will be impossible. Just FYI, a little thought on the pronunciation of this little note. Every character who is of this actual culture pronounces it Dunny, and that's how it is... That's how it's pronounced, like, even going back to, like, Myst, all the games, everybody who is of this culture pronounces it Dunny. And in the original Myst game files, it was actually spelled D-U-N-N-Y, because this whole thing is, like, the Millers who created this franchise had written a book called, like, The Dunny Hut or something like that. And I think it wasn't after they started getting really meta with the series around the Uru Myst games, where... there was actually like a Dunny restoration committee or council or something like that, and you actually played as an archaeologist in that game trying to unearth, because Dunny is underneath the earth. It's on Earth. And at that point, they realized that Dunny is actually like slang for an Australian toilet, and so they said, well, like, humans pronounce it Denis to distinguish, and also because they don't pronounce foreign culture words correctly, I assume. But I think most people have taken to just calling it Denis as the modern pronunciation, but I'm still pronouncing it Dunny because that's the way they pronounce it. Anyway, if Catherine did bring a linking book with her, then I am halfway there. If not, she is trapped in the Fifth Age, and I can only assume that my emotionally crippled son will soon be along to rescue her. Either way, it is crucial to my plans that I find her soon. Her presence here now forces me to take the rebels more seriously. I should never have permitted them to survive this long. Some other date. And I could just look up some of those numbers, but I don't feel like doing the base 25 conversion here. Once again, the Great Wark has demonstrated its usefulness to me. The villagers have been difficult to manage in the wake of Catherine's arrival, and their fear of this mythical beast has been all that has kept them in line. Had I known how truly useful these prodigious creatures would prove to be, I would have captured more of them, while the local population was still plentiful. Although, to be sure, if these disturbances continue, my current pets will be in no danger of perishing for lack of nourishment. The search for Catherine continues. He was originally spelling it in the Rivenese way. Catherine. I deeply regret my mistake of having ever taught these primitive people anything at all about the books. It seems that with each passing day, I more sorely realized the extent to which they were not ready for that knowledge, not even in the simplified manner in which I presented it to them. Their minds, adapted only to the exceptionally menial tasks of village life, were incapable of comprehending the art in all of its complexity, and were thus unable to glean any of the underlying principles that are, ironically, so eloquently simple. Now, keep in mind, Gehn is notoriously bad at writing books, so despite his long-winded sentences here, it is obvious that so much of the discord that exists between us stems from their failure to grasp the meaning of the information I gave them. If they'd been able to gain even the smallest glimpse of the glorious future I had planned for them, this conflict would not exist. The minds of the children, however, are much more malleable. With the proper tutelage, they have developed a more appropriate posture toward the culture that has given them their lives. At times, they take it almost as if they had a git of dunny blood in them. Oh, a bit of dunny blood. There you go, that makes sense. I was wondering how they had pulled a British slang into here. Given the natives' inborn limitations, however, I am quite careful that none gain a level of understanding that would permit them to sin against their future the way that Catherine did. How foolish I was to think that she could wield such knowledge responsibly, when it was quite clear that my own son could not. And also keep in mind that both Atris and Catherine are quite good at writing. Catherine's writing style, I believe, was particularly interesting because she's not a native Dunny, she's Rivenese. And so her writing style was more wild and it created more interesting things, but was still stable. She wrote all the giant weapons into the world. Anyway, still he remains one of the greatest disappointments of my life. I should never have left him with my mother. By the time I'd returned for him, he had already been poisoned as to all thoughts of aiding me in my noble mission. Perhaps that was the only way she could soften the fact that she had been responsible for the collapse of the entire civilization. Yeah, that's a thing. It's a story. So much destruction, so many great lives lost. The guilt must have been unbearable. She did seem to love my father and our world, but ultimately she was an outsider whose ignorance of the Dunny became the catalyst for their demise. She was human, by the way. Anna was human. If I am able to rebuild our culture and in the process correct such weaknesses, then perhaps what she did was ultimately necessary in order that a new and stronger era of prosperity might someday come to pass. I've been increasingly beset by images from the past these last few weeks. As I stood in the schoolroom today, I was reminded of my own childhood, the years I spent in the Bookmakers Guild, Father's immense pride at each of my small accomplishments there. He was an important man in the Dunny world, but I cannot bear to think of him for long. It is too much, and I was too young to see such things. I have her. Late last night I received word that Catherine had been apprehended while attempting to persuade some of the villagers to join her. Lost a few men in the process, but I would have gladly paid 100 times that number for such a prize. She's been imprisoned in my old office, where I've been attempting to gain some insight as to the reason for her return. I've had to fight the all but constant impulse to put her in the gallows, as she has adopted the most infuriating stance of only answering my questions, when she answers them at all, in her native tongue. Even so, she is a poor liar. I am now certain that her return to Riven was unintentional, and that she brought no linking book with her. As far as her willingness to share with me the location of the moiety, we shall see. Without their leader, however, they are once again powerless against me. If Catherine coming here was indeed an accident, then Atris is bound to come for her. That is a given. The question I must now consider is, how will he attempt it? Is it likely that his hesitation is due at least in part to his dilemma? One way or another, though, he'll have to bring a linking book to get back there, to get back. There is no other way. It's late and I cannot sleep. I've lost so much in my life. My people, my father, my son, and you, my wife, Keta. You are the only true kindness I have ever known. Watching you flicker there in the imager. Yeah, so that was his wife in there. I sometimes wonder if you were real. If I could restore your life with my pen, I would do so in an instant and leave the rest of the world to their own wretched fate. Damn these savages. I would be well advised to leave them all in the Fifth Age and begin again with a clean sheet of paper. A stranger has arrived on Riven with a linking book to Dunny. And once again, my useless minion was overtaken by the rebels. From what I could decipher of his muddled explanation, it apparently occurred sometime this morning. The cage mechanism has been damaged, but that is no matter. Everything I need is here now. Atris is certainly behind this, but why would he send someone else in his stead, and with a linking book no less? Surely he would have guessed that I would be waiting for him. Such recklessness is unlike him. Could it be that he's had a change of heart toward me? That after all these years he has finally decided to let his poor old father go? Ha! I know all too well where his loyalties lie. He is only after one thing. Perhaps the stranger should find her. Perhaps the stranger should find her. For now, I only need to wait and observe. I'm beginning to think it was a mistake to allow the stranger to roam freely about the islands. In their ignorant probing, they attempted to power the damaged drawbridge from Temple Island, and the entire bridge collapsed. I wonder if that's if that line would have been if I had never gone to the bridge and collapsed it. If this whole section would be gone. That's interesting. A trivial loss at this point, but it irks me all the same. I had not yet managed to free myself from that crumbling age. It would have hampered my progress severely. But again, it is no matter now. The day will soon come when I will be done with Riven forever. Disconcerting news. Last night, a group of maintainers happened upon a lone rebel scout and were able to engage him long enough to learn of a most implausible device, a crystal window, supposedly capable of amending my linking books, much the way that my own remarkable system does. But with one slight advantage. It is small and weighs only a few pounds, making it entirely portable. If this outlandish claim is true, then the artifact in question must be something that Catherine fabricated prior to her capture, no doubt from an explicit Dunny schematic she brought with her. If only I'd access to such a document all these years, and then that's a picture of it. The portent of this revelation is deeply troubling. Some years ago, the rebels managed to abscond with a dysfunctional linking book I'd intended to destroy. The book was never recovered, but once they had sufficiently atoned for the sacrilege, I graciously decided to let the matter slide, thinking that in their inept hands it could do me no harm. But if Catherine has indeed empowered them with such a device, the rebels may have linked to another age. It also means that, I think that's 233, is no longer safe. This cannot stand. The stranger is the key to all of this. Tracking their movements has given me a good idea of where this rebel linking book and the crystal may be hidden. But before I can deal with that, I must secure the linking book back to Dunny. Everything hinges upon that. If I can regain access to my arsenal of resources there, I will happily leave the whole Riven to its own dismal future. And that is that. At least I think so, right? Oh, wait, nope. Look at that. Imager codes. Keta, Father, Anna. Okay, hang on. Boop. Real quick, I'm making a note. Let's see. Keta is... what number is that? That is 5, right? Yeah. Keta is 5. Okay. Father is... Father, whose name, I don't know if we even know his name. It's probably in the lore somewhere. But anyway, that is 223. And Anna is 2 3 5. 2 3 5. Okay. Let's see if did I take a screenshot of this or no? I don't think I did. I think I just wrote it down. Oh, no, I did. Okay. All right. This imager. Oh, would you look at that? Okay, so she's 5. So then 2, 3, not 5 should be his father.
Now, my turn. Want to record something so always you will remember. What is English for scramape? Scum from above. Your appearance should have inspired us to a better future. What does it mean for us as a people if we cannot embrace worlds outside our own? You were an angel from above. Always you will be my angel from above.
Well, that's interesting. His father was not great, as I remember from the books, which it's been a very, very long time since I read this. All right, let's see what his mother Anna has to say.
An angel. Your angel. An angel of death. The Denis Council knew it. They knew. If I hadn't tried to force my own ideals on your world, you would still be alive. You would still be alive. I wanted a life full of magic, full of books that bridged worlds, that lit up the darkness like stars. The possibilities were endless. It's just us now. You'll never have the life you should have had. Somehow my love and compassion, it took that. I don't know how. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Again.
Wow. I got a couple of things to say about that. She's the first person to say Denis. Oh, did I just sniffle? Did my character just sniffle? It was moving. She's the first one to say Denis, and I wonder if that's because she's the first human we've actually heard speak in these games. So that's interesting. I also think it's interesting that this viewer is apparently like reanimated, like it's a pile of stuff that jumps, that flies around, and then maybe they project an image into it, like onto it, like it's the medium. But anyway, that was very, like I thought that a lot of the animations and stuff in this game were a little bit stiff, but they did a really good job with that. Like the facial expressions were very good. Like her lip was trembling and stuff. Like that was really, really good. So I'm guessing this is his wife here. That doesn't look like his dad. I don't know who unless that's the older version of his dad. But anyway, I don't remember why Catherine thinks he's dead. I guess she doesn't realize. I'm trying to remember what the... we're not projecting light onto this anymore, but it's probably still good. Let's watch the camera fly around Riven for a minute while I talk. I don't remember why she thinks he's dead. Because I'm trying to remember what actually happens to her, because she's dead at this point, I believe. I don't remember. Let's just head back to Riven. Now we got to go free Catherine, and we have to signal Atris to get us out of here. And I think we have all the clues for everything now, too. All right. This might be... our last, yeah, probably not. I was going to say our last trip through the marbles, but no, there's going to be a return trip. Marble. Oh, I gotta look up which marble this is. We are on Jungle Island, which is the vertical eye. Like that. No. Nope. I'm a little bit too late here. Oh no, we're not on Jungle Island. We're on the Crater Boiler Island, which is the vertical line. Okay, never mind. We were on Jungle Island, and now we are... No, I missed it. I forgot we always link back in to the Crater Island. There we go. And then once we get in there, we need to go to the prison island, which is the vertical eye with the dot in it. All right, this goofy thing. Vertical eye with the dot. I think we got 2. Just need to find it on here. There it is. It's a weird one to get to. I do love this mechanism, though, because you know, your perspective is fixed, but we're actually just spinning around on this, this stone thing here. Like we were spinning around it. Why do I hear running water? We are upside down, aren't we? Hang on a second. Where was the running water? Okay, well, anyway. That is the right one, right? Yeah. I wonder if you could, when I was spinning by them, if you could hear the... Oh, there it is. It's, now it's gone again. We are going down. Okay, here we go. Alright, so let's see if we can remember this code now, or get this in right. So, what's our... We got this thing. And then we got this thing. And then we got... Okay. So, how do we work it, though? The answer is... No, that's the ratchet. Well, that seems to have worked. So what's that button for, then? I am going to push it to see. Does nothing. Alright, we're going to prison. Here we go. No. I thought this was an elevator. It is. Okay.
We have to move quickly. Gehn's people may already know what's happening. Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup.
Okay.
Can I see the book?
You sure? Take it. He's kind of hiding. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see him in there.
You did it. You captured Gehn. We're all free. But there's still his followers. I'm not sure what they'll do once they realize he's gone. I have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible. And you go back to where you first arrived and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky, but it's the only way to signal Atris. I'll try to make it back there as soon as possible, but don't wait for me. Oh, and don't forget the combination in my journal. You'll need it.
Okay. I guess we're gonna have to... I can't move. We're gonna have to go back and look at the screenshots I took, because they'll have the... Okay, so apparently once you... Oh, he broke it from the inside. Can I use that to call it back up? Probably. I bet that's what that is. That's the call button. Bring it back up. Let's look around here and see if there's anything useful. So this is where she came out to talk to me. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's really anything in here. There's some food. Wood for heat. Let's do just a quick scan. Make sure there isn't anything worth... Beautiful. Beautiful place. Like, if you had to be in prison, you know, not the worst prison. Not a lot of room, though. Okay, let's head back down. And then we're going to have to go back and look at the screenshots of the journal, or maybe at the journal itself, and see what we can figure out as the code. Because there were a couple of pages that took screenshots of that I didn't know what exactly the code was. So let's... Notebook. Which one of these? I think that had something to do... I don't think that's it. That's it right there. That's the code. Okay, I can't really read that. We're going to have to do a little... Let's head back first, and then when we get to the machine, we could decode that. We need to go up this way first. Well, this is good. This will let us go. We should be able to take the... What? The island... It's the first island, which was the... That's the big dome island, right? Is the one that has the... Yeah, okay. So anyway, it is the blue... Not blue. I don't know why I said blue. It is... There we go. Sometimes I'm really good at that, and sometimes I am not. It's very strange. All right, and then the crater one. No, not crater. The big dome. The temple island is the circle with a dot in it. Is the game too loud? I feel like the game is very loud at times, and at other times it is not loud enough. That water sound. I wonder what that is. Sometimes there's audio clues to things that, you know, it's like there's water near her thing, so you can hear water from down here, which could be entirely what's going on. All right, we are looking for the circle with a dot in it. Let me double check. Circle with a dot. Circle with a dot. There we go. Okay. I thought about coming up with a view where you could see my iPad directly, and also I could play the game and I could just leave it up the whole time, but I never really figured out a way that wasn't annoying. I did get it so that you could see it. Here, actually, let me just to demonstrate. I did get it so that you could see it if I wanted to show it to you. Come on, there it is. If I wanted to show it to you, then at least you would still see the game up in the corner there, but yeah, so these are all the notes that I've been taking. And this is what we're going to use right here to see. This is what we're going to use to figure out the code that I need to get us out of here. So, yeah. So anyway, let's get back up into here. Oh, there we go. Here's where I broke the bridge. Oh no, this isn't where I broke the bridge. It is near here, though. Alright. Oh, man, this is going to take forever. Okay, spinning the thing. We just need to get back to where we first came in. Which is not this one. And I don't know if I need to move across or not, so we're gonna spend the next half hour spinning the room. I want to say it's that way, but I could be completely wrong about that. Actually, can I see from over here which way it is? I think it is that way, so I gotta spin it one more time. I think it's opposite the big dome. But again, could be wrong about that. Yes, there we go. Down. That's the door. This way? Yep, there we go. Back to where it all began. We started in here. We got rescued. And now we are. So the star fissure is this. Covered up right there. Gigantic dagger marking it. We could look into it through here. If we want. And this, I believe... Oh, this ought to be good. I gotta translate her numerals into their numerals. Oh, yeah. Okay. So... Alright, this ought to be good. This is where I should probably just bring up the iPad, because we are going to be doing a lot of numeral translating. So let me get this up on the screen for me to use. There it is. Okay, so the numbers are 2 at the top, which is 6. And then double bottom, which is 8. Double bottom, 8. See, it's here is like this. Just 2 of them there. So these are the first 6 are all the different possible combinations of 1 or 2 lines. So I got 1. Got 1 here. 2 here, whatever. You get it. And then it goes to, so you got 1 there. That's, 1, and then you got combinations of 2. And then over here you've got 2 of them. You can kind of see the shadow of the pencil there. 2 of them, and then 2 of them, 2, 2, 2. So it just kind of repeats. That's my assumption. I don't think I've tested the 7 through 12 version of this, so we're gonna find out. I was kind of extrapolating there, but all right. So then it should be 2, and then 6 again, and then 2, 2, and then that is 5, and then 4. Let's double check. So 6 is 2 at the top. Then 8 is 2 down. 8, 8. And then 2 is 1 down. 6 is 2 at the top. Or the 2 tops, I should say. Then 2, 2. And then we've got 5 and 4. Okay. So... now that we've got that, we have to translate those into the Dunning numbers, which are nowhere near here on my screen. So, 6 is 6 is that. 8 is... 8 is this one. Then another 8. And then 2 is the curvy line. Curvy out, right? Yeah. And then another 6. And then another 2. 2. And then 5 is just a line. And then 4 should be the little box thing. Okay. So that should be our code for getting into the whatchamacallit here. Getting into the star fissure. So let's do that. Let's see if we could set this up. All right. Okay. Good. Good. Then 2. 5, 4, 3, 2. Nope, I went too far. That's not the 2, 2 yet. It should be 6. So that's 1. Oh, hey. Ah, there's dispute as to what the number 0 is in their language. And now... now I know. In one of the other games, it's a box with just a line through it, I believe. So in this game, it's the... Seems to be the... Or is that... No, that's not 0. That's 10. Never mind. Take that back. That's 10. Either way. Irregardless, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6... it was supposed to be 6. 8, 7, 6. Okay. So it's 6, 8, 8, 2, 6, and then 2, 2. And then 5, 4. Oh, well. Why are there more? Why are there more than 6, 8, 8, 2, 6, 2, 2, 5, 4? What did I miss? Did I miss one? Let's go back to her journal for a second. Let's go back to the journal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, which one did I miss? Hold on now. Oh, it's 5, 5, 4. Ah, okay. I missed. There we go. I missed that there's 2 5s here. And then a 4. So that's not bad. Okay, so it's 5. I'm just updating my notes. 5, 5, 4. Okay. Okay, well, that's not a bad... We're not... It's not a problem yet. So this one is supposed to be 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 6, 5, and then 4. Oh, there we go. Can I... Oh, the thing popped up. Okay, pulling. You know what? This is the kind of moment where you definitely drop a new manual save. All right. Now can I? I think we might have to go down one more, huh? Yeah. Back it up. Seems awful low. Perspective is kind of weird here. Are we, can I back it up? I want to take a look at this thing. Are we in it? I guess so. Yeah, I guess we are. Okay. What is this thing? Whoa. How did I never notice this before? Hang on. Okay. Well, I guess that's one way to lose all the air in the world. It's a lot of things here I didn't notice the first time. I didn't notice you could break that knob off. Alright, so we are there. We should be able to lift it up, right? And, I can't move. I hope that was the correct thing to do. Yep. This is bad. I still can't move. Yep. I think this was the plan, though, because Atris should notice that the star fissure is open. Oh, and he'll come in right there when he comes in, so... Oh, that was it. So there's the... Can I move? I can't move still. There he is.
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine? Where's the book?
She has it.
Understand.
There we go. Yes, okay. We should go. I can't move, but we should go.
The villagers are safely in the rebel age. I thank you.
As do I.
Good.
You've accomplished more than I could have hoped for.
Good. Thank me later.
You've given me back my life.
Yes, I know, but this is, like...
Path home is now clear for all of us.
I'm pretty sure you being here means the place is going to destabilize. So... That better be a real book.
This is where our paths must part. Perhaps we'll meet again someday.
In the next remake.
You know where to find me. Goodbye, my friend.
Yep. Well. Crap. Well, it's not the first time I've been down here. I better not hit the ground too hard.
Now I understand. Endings and beginnings are within the fissure. That riven cleft of stars that acts as both a wall and a bridge. And though I'm unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my Myst book into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for my friend. The age of Riven has come to a close, but the people of Riven are free. And now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
So there we go. That's Riven, folks. So there we go. So that was Riven, the sequel to Myst, a game that I had originally played in 1997 and could not beat without a step-by-step guide taking me through every single puzzle. And I really wanted to try it again. I had a lot of fun with let me turn the music down a little bit. I had a lot of fun with the remake to Myst a couple of years ago, and this game was near and dear to my heart from my childhood. So I think they did a really good job redoing it. There's a lot of things that are different that I'm told they had to make different because this game is also in VR. And yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I cannot skip past all this. I wanted to see if there were any after credit scenes. But anyway, in terms of this channel and what's next, I have basically come to the end of all of the ongoing things that I had going on, aside from EDF 5, which we've already completed, and started EDF 6 now as of Friday. In terms of what's next for the channel, there's going to be a ever so slight slowdown while I continue to prepare for the next couple of things that I'll be doing. But we are going to go back at least temporarily. We're going to go back to a alternating cadence of City Skylines 2 on Sundays, and then Space Engineers on probably Wednesdays, but maybe Thursdays, but possibly Wednesdays. And then EDF 6 on Fridays. So that will be going forward. I don't know that I will have something ready to go for this Wednesday, so I might just do something fun. That is none of those things, but I'm still prepping for the next couple of series that I'm going to do. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me. This was definitely a game that I wanted to play purely for myself, to see if I could solve the puzzles without going to the internet and looking stuff up. And I think I only went... I'm trying to think. There was one thing I ended up going and looking up, and I'm trying to remember what it was, and I think it had to do with the Dunny numbering system, because I couldn't remember exactly how what I thought was base 5 turned into base 25. But that everything else was me with my own notes and doing it, which I'm pretty proud of. Because like I said, I could not do it on my own when I was a kid. So hopefully they do a remake of Myst 3 at some point. Myst 3 was a very cool game. The plot of that one was one of the teachers, I believe Atris and Catherine have a daughter now in that game, and their daughter becomes pretty important to the franchise. Yeah, essentially, she becomes kind of the last of them, and I don't know. The franchise gets out of hand after a while, in my opinion. It doesn't. By the time you get to the end of the franchise, it seems like it's completely gone off the rails. Where their daughter has innate abilities to control worlds without writing, and she's basically like a god who lives forever. There's prophecy involved, and I think it gets out of control. But the next game after Riven was Myst 3 Exile, and it deals with one of his sons, his first two kids, their teacher, who they had exiled to some world, and then he wants revenge, and he, I think, kidnaps. Does he kidnap their daughter, or is that in Revelation? I'm trying to remember now. Actually, I don't remember which one. The plots all run together now in my head. The Myst 4 is about him going back and dealing with his sons again, because they're trapped. They're trapped in worlds where the books were burned, but he builds a thing where he can still look in on them and he can see what they're up to, and eventually he figures out how to link into their worlds to talk to them and then safely get back out. And it turns out one of the sons, I won't spoil it. But anyway, you get closure with the sons from Myst. I will consider, if I ever have some downtime, trying to do the first Myst, the original game, on the channel. It's a lot shorter. I think the first time I played it in 2021, it literally took me 4 hours to beat the whole thing. If you look on my Steam, it literally says 4 hours played, because I just sat down and played through the whole thing, and it was great. That was yet another game that I could never, ever beat as a kid. So a lot of fun as an adult to try to puzzle through these things, having practically no knowledge, because it's all fallen out of my head of how the original games were. So, but it is cool to be back. The graphics of the original Riven hold up really well because they're pre-rendered graphics. And there are times when I would look at this game and be like, it's exactly how I remember it in my head. And if we go back and look at the original game, it's probably a little bit. Actually, hang on one second. Do I have... This is going to be really... This is a really bad idea. I don't know why I'm doing this. But do I have the original? Did I purchase the original one at some point on this computer or not? I did. How big is it? Let's... I'm going to talk for just a minute. I'm going to download and install the original one. It's not huge by modern standards. It's actually 5 gigabytes, which is ridiculous considering that it was on 5 CDs, not DVDs, CDs. So I don't know how the download here is 4.5 gigabytes, but give it a second here and we'll hop into the original Riven and you can see what the graphics were like. We're not going to play much of it, but we will we'll just kind of look around a little bit. You can see those wonderful 1997 pre-rendered graphics. It's going to be great. And we are just about ready to go. All right, I want to play it in English. All right, what have we got going up here? What is set up? Don't care. Oh, ooh. Oh, that's actually super helpful. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Okay. Fine. Start a new game. Let's see what we got. Ubisoft did not exist back then. This is a completely different... the original intro. Okay. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it's in like the top corner. Because it's made for a 4x3 monitor.
There's a great deal of history that you should know, but I'm afraid that I must continue my writing. Here. Most of what you'll need to know is in there. Keep it well hidden. For reasons you'll discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But I can give you this. It appears to be a linking book back here to Dunny. But it's actually a one-man prison. You'll need it, I'm afraid, to capture Gehn. Once you've found Catherine, signal me, and I'll come with a linking book to bring us back.
So you can see how they just like with the remake, they just kind of throw you in without a whole lot of information. You get some context from Myst, but not a lot.
There's also a chance, if this all goes well, that I might be able to get you back to the place that you came from.
His speech in the new version is a little bit different, if you recall. He does talk a little bit more, but not a whole lot. So this is all pre-rendered graphics with, you know, video on green screen on top of it. Here's our dumbfounded captor. If I recall, the cage bars are real, like they're a real prop in front of the camera, and that, but everything else is pre-rendered and it's a green screen because he has to reach through the bars, and they couldn't figure out how to composite that back in the day. Makes it a lot more real feeling, right? Christmas morning, 1997 was the first time that I watched this play out. Very excited little kid. I want to say it was probably this game and Starfleet Academy, I think, that I got that Christmas. That would be a fun game to play. The original Starfleet Academy. So there's no looking around. Like there's no free movement or anything like that. There's only... Oh, my mouse is really slow. There we go. There's only this. This is how you played the original game. So, look at that. There's the marble. There's the... If I wanted to look at that sword, I'd have to figure out how to walk over to it. I could look in this hole. Can't see anything. So things that are different, obviously, like this mechanism is different. You can't... This whole thing is... I think in the original you had to lower this down. Oh yeah, you had to put some sort of code in, lower this down and crack the glass underneath this thing. And then that was how you got out of here, so... So, you know, like, honestly, I think they did a really good job of recreating this game in Unreal Engine. So here's one of the things that threw me, because I remembered it from the original, because this frustrated me so much originally. Oh, that's why there's the space down here, is because that's where I could get my get the books that I've collected. I'm not going to read it, don't worry. So, as you recall, or as you may recall, when I got down here originally, when I was playing, I was like trying to figure out how to crawl under it, because in the original, this is down here, and you can crawl under it. But in the new game, they wanted to make it usable by VR, and it makes it really hard for you to like get down on your hands and knees and crawl under it. So they moved this thing up to here, and just made it so that you can pull a hinge off, and then the door just falls off. So. But honestly, I think that the graphics, I mean, yeah, parts of them do look a little dated. Like the textures even are lower quality than even, you know, the modern textures. But they are still pretty good. And I was like, the whole time I was playing, you guys I didn't really vocalize this, but the whole time I was playing, I was just like, it feels like a recreation of the original game so much to me. Like like they got every color, every lighting, everything was just spot on. You know, there's the tram station. There's his. I could open up the door to get out of there. So yeah, so I would say. What else we got down here? Some things are different. Like this was a little bit different in the new game. There we go. There's the room. So there's a at some point you do some things and you come back around, and when you enter this room, the moment you get to this screen, he's in here and he's talking about stuff. And that's pretty much it. So I guess we could skip the entirety of most of the puzzle. There we go. Here comes the thing. We're just going to zip over to that island so we can experience riding on a tram in the original game, and then I'm going to call it a day here. But the free look is not something you get. In Myst 3, they did things a little bit differently. So every game advanced the technology a little bit. So in the original Myst, the graphics and textures were very low quality. It wasn't super realistic. This game, they really bumped up the quality, right? Obviously, it looks very realistic for the time. And even for today, it looks very realistic. You know, what is it? Almost 30 years later. In Myst 3, every node that you could stand at, like I could stand here and I could spin around and look at this, and it's a couple of different images that are just flying by on a, you know, like you can clearly see it's just like a PowerPoint moving around. You know, slide the next image over. In Myst 3, every node you could stand at was a 360-degree render, so that you could stand at a spot and then move the camera around and look all over. But you couldn't, there was still no free moving or anything, and it was still static images all over the place. And then you would still click to move forward, click to move forward, click to move forward. Then Myst 4, it was the same thing, except every node you were standing at was a full video, which probably had the best graphics out of all of these games until these remakes came out, where it was truly looked like all the leaves were rustling, wind was blowing and everything, and they still composited people walking in on these 3D things. So anyway, this is where you would do this and you would take off, and as you pull into the next train station, the game would pause and your computer would pop out the disc and it would tell you, put in disc number whatever, which I assume will not happen here. And I think there is also a bit of a... this game, like, you notice I skipped pretty much all the puzzles on that island and immediately came to this island. The new game doesn't really let you do that as much. That's like the bridge collapsing at the beginning was kind of like the joke for that. It was like in the original game, you could have gone that way and just walked right over to Survey Island or Crater Island. I don't remember which one. But you could have just walked right over there, like right from the beginning without solving anything. And this one, you can do... Oh, look at that. Yeah, so this was one of the puzzles that they changed. So in the new one, you get that the lens and the paintings with the moths and everything. That was entirely new to me. In the original game, you would find these things all over the place, and the animal is the noise that it makes. So listen. Is that the same animal as let me look up my notes here. So no, that was different. I think the new game, people were wondering if the new game actually randomized the animals and the numbers or not. They might have. But anyway, the sound that it makes is the sound of a frog chirping. And then you know that it is frog is number 3. So when you get to that room at the end, the third one you pull up has to be the frog thing. And so as you go around, you see these and you hear the sound, and then later on, at some point you will find a frog, and you will have to match the sound of the frog to the number, basically, and then go, oh, 6 or 3 is frog, etc. So this is where that water pool was, and that is not here anymore. Yeah, that is not here. Yeah, they changed that whole thing. So those totems and everything, the whole Rivenese number system, none of that was in this game. But what is in this game is these guys. The Sunners are still here. And if you click and go ahead too fast, they'll run away. But like this is an example of how you would match the number. So every time you get closer, they look up, and if you click to go closer before they put their heads back down, they'll immediately get up and run away. But, you know, let's say you found one of those eyeball things with the number, and then you heard a sound, you would have to... Oh, no, did they just leave? Oh, they did, because I looked away. We were supposed to click there. Well, anyway, if you get this close without looking, then they'll pick their heads up and make their noise. Then you go, oh, that's the noise of a Sunner, and that's... how we know what number a Sunner is. Okay, I'm going to stop. Anyway, that's been Riven. Thanks a lot, everybody, for hanging out. Wednesday or Thursday this week, we'll try to come up with something fun to do, and then next week, we should be starting all of the new City Skylines and Space Engineer stuff, and it'll be fun. I've got an idea for Space Engineers. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off yet, but I've still got a week to figure it out. So we'll see. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget, if you liked it, throw a like on the video. If you want to get notified when I go live, please consider subscribing. And if you want to hear me read the rest of Catherine's journal, go back and watch the video I posted today where I edit it all together so you get the full reading of the journal. It takes quite a long time to get through, but you get all the context. Anyway, thanks a lot, everybody. Take care. Hope you have a good week. Talk to you later. Goodbye.